Child, I used to get paid and immediately the money, I don't know where it went. I couldn't tell you, but somebody knows where it went. Somebody got it. The paycheck hits, and within 72 hours, the money's gone. No major purchase, nothing major going on, but the money's disappeared and some of your bills still aren't paid. That sounds like you every single pay period, then this video is exactly what you need. I made it just for you. I'm going to walk you through my real paycheck routine, the exact things I do every time I get paid. So just give me a few minutes of your time for me to show you how I stopped living paycheck to paycheck. This video is for you if you've tried to budget before and you quit by week 2. It's for you if you make decent money, but you feel like it's not enough. It's also for you if you say every pay period, I'm going to do better with my money, I'm going to spend better, but then it still doesn't work. This video is for you. Let me just bring this home for you. You're not bad with money. You just don't have a system yet. So that's why I made the 5-minute mini paycheck plan. It's a 1-page worksheet that tells you exactly where every dollar goes. The link is right below this video, so go ahead and grab it while you're watching. Child, I used to get paid and immediately the money, I don't know where it went. I couldn't tell you, but somebody knows where it went. Somebody got it. I used to get paid and immediately feel this little rush. Like, girl, you got it this week. You're going to do the damn thing. You're going to spend this money properly. You're going to do what you're supposed to do with it. But then some way, somehow, it didn't work out that way. One thing I've learned over the years is that money goes out just as fast as it comes in, no matter how much money you make. It wasn't because of me being irresponsible. I just didn't have a plan. That's why I truly believe budget failure for most people, not for all, but for you. It's not a you problem. It's a system problem. You didn't fail the budget. The budget failed you because it was built wrong. Most budgets are actually too complicated to even use, let alone stick to. And that's why I always have to say, make sure you put joy in your budget, because a budget with no joy, it's just gonna die off really quick. And the fix isn't willpower or motivation. It's just by adding joy into your budget and creating a simple system that you can actually stick to. Nothing complicated, nothing all fancy and perfect, pink bows and ribbons and pink hearts. Something simple enough, making it easy to go back to week after week.
Okay, here's what I do the day I get paid religiously. I open my planner and I do these 4 things. Step 1, I write my take-home pay at the top. Not the gross, my actual take-home. What actually landed in my bank account. So my paycheck for this week was $926. And for step 2, I go directly down to savings because I am a firm believer in paying myself first. So for this week, I am going to be saving $96 out of the $196 that was given to me as a gift from my daughter. I don't worry about sinking funds or savings challenges just yet. Okay, so quick disclaimer. The reason why savings is my first category is because I truly believe in paying myself first. And one of my annual goals is to save a certain amount this year. So I highly prioritize savings. But if you don't follow the pay yourself first principle, then your first category right after entering your income, you would go directly to fixed expenses, which is your bills. So I'm gonna go ahead and subtract the $96 from the $926, leaving me with $830 left for the rest of my categories. So once I'm done putting money away for savings, I go to step 3 for me, step 2 for you, which is the fixed expenses, aka your non-negotiable bills. This is going to be like your rent, your light bill, the fixed stuff that has to happen no matter what. But first, I'm just going to skim over the monthly calendar to see what bills are due with this paycheck. So $275 out of this paycheck to pay June's rent. It is a new month coming up, as well as the quarterly water bill. Now it's time to total up this category, which totals to $529. $529 from $830 leaves me with $301 left to allocate between debt and variable expenses. And because I still carry debt, this is going to be step 4. I paid off my Venture One credit card last month, so that has me super hyped and motivated right now. So my Venture credit card is the next credit card up, which will be getting the rollover payment. So for the month, this card is going to get $408. Although it's not due until the end of the month, I'm going to make a payment of $100 out of this paycheck, leaving me with $201 left for my variable expenses, which is step 5. Now, this is where the struggle gets real for me, because looking at what I already have listed in this category, I don't know how I'm gonna make $201 work. And most of these are important this week. I have my eye exam. I also bought a gift for my husband, and of course, the self-care, as well as I want to do my donation and tithing. My variable expenses total up to $238. So right now I can already see that this is not going to zero out. It's going to be in the negative, and my days of being in the red are long gone. So something got to get adjusted. So this week I only have a few things that I can probably pull from, which are my donation. I'm not taking from my credit card payment, and I'm definitely not going to touch my savings. So the only thing I can really think of or really want to adjust right now is going to be the groceries. And I'm probably not going to donate this week, so I'm going to change that as well. So I'm going to reduce this by $15, then recalculate my fixed expenses. Last but not least is step 6. I always like to make sure that I fill out the summary section. I know some people don't use it. So for you, it may be just 5 steps versus 6. But I like to use this section because it gives a quick snapshot of this week's paycheck budget if I ever need to flip through my planner, as well as it's the perfect spot for you to just complete your zero-based budget. You add up your categories, subtract it from your income with a hope and a prayer that it equals 0. And let me add that one of the luxuries of using a digital budget planner is being able to copy and paste text whenever you want, wherever you want. It is such a time saver. And now I'm spoiled, so I don't know if I can ever go back to a paper planner. And that's it. 5 to 6 steps, 10 to 15 minutes, and you're done. So now I know exactly where every single dollar is going. It's not just a rough idea. And this is what stopped me from living paycheck to paycheck. Now, this $3 will remain in my bank account as a little buffer, just in case there's something that I might have forgot, or maybe a little subscription or something. But this $3 sometimes does stop me from going in overdraft. So I like to just have a little buffer. Here's the part that I feel people don't talk about enough. The first time you do this, that you do your budget, you're probably not going to like what you see. You might see that you're spending $300 a month on subscriptions that some of them you don't use, or you're spending like $350 on eating out, and that could make you feel bad, or maybe not, I don't know. But that's when things change, because how can you change something that you're not aware of? You may not know that you're spending $350 on subscriptions or $400 on eating out, because real talk, if you've been living paycheck to paycheck, you can't afford to not know where your money's going. So if you want to follow along with me on my weekly payday routine, I created a free 1-page worksheet just for this. It's called the 5-minute Mini Paycheck Plan. It's free. It's 1 page. Link is in the description. So go ahead and grab it now so you can fill it out before the next payday routine. But if you are ready for a full system, I have the Simple Finance Digital Planner that is perfect for beginners and easy to use. It uses the zero-based method, weekly paychecks, and it also helps you to organize other finance related stuff such as your bank accounts, your credit cards, credit score, investments, your stocks, and all that. The link to that will be in the description as well. But if you're not ready for the full system, make sure you start with the free 1-page worksheet, and the planner will be there when you're ready. So that's my whole payday routine. It's not perfect, not complicated, but it is simple enough to be consistent. If you found this helpful, let me know in the comments. What's the first thing you do when you get paid? I'd like to know, because I read them all. Some of you may have noticed that when I reply with very long messages, and I'm sorry. I'm doing my best to try to shorten them, but it's hard. And if you want more of this content, be sure to subscribe. I'm doing my best to post weekly for women who are tired of feeling behind on their money. I'll see you in the next video, but until then, remember to always be kind, plan better, and spend smarter. Bye!